Hello and welcome to the channel. Victor's Wargaming here. What we have here in the screen is the demo version of Front Mission. This is Front Mission, the first one. And basically what this is a strategy role-playing game, or what is known as the SRPG. This is a very interesting title that was released quite a long time ago. And the main thing about Front Mission, the first one, is that it is going to be the inspiration for future tactical role-playing games and strategy role-playing games such as XCOM. And just because of that, this makes this game very, very interesting. As you can see, we have a robot here. So the premise here is that you are in the future with robots and you control them in a grid-based or square-based map, or like a surface in which you're going to select the position of the so-called mechas. That's the name of these. And you're going to select which other unit you're going to attack. Interesting stuff here is that each part has different HP elements. So basically we are talking about a compound unit here. And you're going to be able to destroy each of the parts that form the unit. Inside the mecha, there is a pilot, and you can level up and upgrade the cosmetics, and also you can upgrade the pieces of the robot that are going to be functional elements, functional attributes on the game. Okay, so what we're going to do here is to go for a new game in this demo version. You have 2 missions here, as far as I know. So we're going to enjoy this. As you can see, we are here watching the main screen, and we see like the robot is on a platform that is about to be upgraded, and parts are going to be placed on the robot. Very, very nice. I don't know anything about the story here. This game was actually put on my radar because one guy commented about Front Mission, because I was reviewing and doing the first look for Kriegsfront Tactics, an upcoming basically indie game that I really liked. So let us go and hit here new game, and we begin. We have different difficulty levels here: recruit, corporal, and sergeant. Of course, if you have the full version, you're going to have lieutenant, captain, colonel, general. Each of those are going to get increased hit points for enemies. For example, you can see that enemy hit points increased by 50% and the damage they inflict is increased by 20%. This is lieutenant, and so on and so forth. Of course, we're going to go for default difficulty level here. So let's move here to corporal. We have 2 types of modes in terms of the viewing map. We have 2 camera modes here. You have modern and classic. The modern is perspective view of the camera with freedom of camera movement, tactical map fixes and improvements. And the classical is an orthogonal view of camera experience from the original Front Mission first game. By the way, this game is a remake. So basically what it is a port from the PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken. It was released for the PlayStation, and here we have a complete remake, which is everything as it is, but with beautiful color new graphics. Okay, so we're going to go for the remake thing, perspective view of the camera and freedom of camera movement. By the way, I'm using a gamepad, just for you to know. My gamepad is a PC gamepad that I think is going to be the best option for us in order to play this, because the game was created for a console, so I'm going to go for a gamepad. Okay, now, just for you to know, because I'm blind here in terms of how this looked before, I mean the original one, I don't know if it's that a remake. I think they did it clearly very loyal to the original. If you know something, let me know in the comments. So here we have Vancer Instructor. By the way, those mechas are called Vancers. Welcome to Huffman Island, Lieutenant. I'm Sergeant Glenn Duval, your personal Vancer trainer for today. Royd, just call me Royd. You're older than me and you've been in the service for longer than I have. Okay, so we are Royd. Let's see. I don't usually take part in training exercises like this. So we're in a training exercise here. But the brass thinks you show great promise as a Vancer pilot, so they asked me to train you. Okay, thank you. Still I wonder, I've never seen a lieutenant as young as you. How did you do it? Just like I guess I made it out alive from all the hot zones they kept sending me into. And now you're in Huffman, another potential hot zone. Personally, I'd say you have rotten luck. Depends on how you look at it, Sergeant. Let's start with the basics. I don't doubt you have great survival skills on the battlefield, but applying them to a Vancer will require a lot of practice. First, let's try moving your Vancer. When you select a unit, its movement range is displayed as blue squares. Choose one of those squares with the cursor and press A. The selected unit will move to it. Select End from the menu to confirm the unit's new position. I like when they do this type of tutorials. Note that your movement range will vary depending on the type of terrain you're traversing. Good that we have terrain here. Terrain type enumeration for the current selected square is displayed in the upper left corner of the screen. We have grass, we have dirt, we have desert. Terrain can also offer varying degrees of cover. Cover will give you defensive bonuses under enemy fire. I like the fact that here we're talking about a strategy role-playing game. And this is for the PlayStation, right? So, this is not a war game, but it has elements for war games already implemented on this thing. Cover will give you defensive bonuses. Learn to capitalize on these points and you'll be halfway to winning the battle. So let's put the theory into practice. Pretty straightforward. Now we know what to do. So here we can, you cannot go further than this. That's why it's beeping like that. And there you go, you cannot go further than that. You can move the angle of the camera like this, which I like. So you can tilt it like this. And you move the Vancer in with the stick here, and it says, for example, grass covers 8%. The ruins, in front of the ruins, not on the ruins itself, but here, it offers 15% of cover. The desert offers 3%. And well, actually ruins is basically the the street, like the asphalt. Okay, we can zoom in like this, and we can turn on the health bars like this. Let me see here. This guy has level 1. We can do more details. We can see the level here. It has weapons like a raptor over there. Okay, now we are this guy, right? So we have 33 in the body, arm left 24 and 24, and legs 26. Okay, let's move here. Okay, interesting to note that the mecha moves like the Vancer moves like as if it has propulsion down on the legs. Pretty interesting. So we can end the turns, use item, or cancel. If you cancel, you return to the previous section. So use item means reparations. We have 3 reparations for 50 HP. Moving your Vancer shouldn't be a problem. Now let's cover basic Vancer combat. Vancers can be equipped with a weapon in each hand, and you can also mount weapons and shields on each shoulder. However, you can only use one of these weapons when you attack. There are also 3 attack types: melee, short range, and long range. You actually attack something before explaining any further. There's your target. The option to attack will appear when a target is within range of one of your weapons. All targets in range will be designated by a red square. Select the square to target an enemy, then choose the weapon you want to use. When you are satisfied with your selection, select OK. Now try attacking the target with the weapons at your disposal. Okay, I think right now is the moment for you to hit that subscribe button. If you are someone that likes real-time strategy, real-time tactics, military sims, grand strategy, and other games as well, but basically most likely war games, this is your channel. And you have to subscribe and share the video. For the good of the channel, do it and enjoy more videos like this. I'm going to be doing the first look for Front Mission 2 and Front Mission 3. All of those are going to be demo versions inside my demo version first look section that I have. So let's go ahead and continue with the video. Okay, I think that we're going to be using it's relatively a weak enemy here. We can select a weapon and we can do perform evasive maneuvers, which is guarding. I don't think we have something to protect ourselves with this, but I like the feeling that these guys are small figurines as always. So we see Zenith Punch, and you can see that it's the actual hand. You can compare the stats here. with the computer AI, which has the same melee here, but the body is 21 instead of 33. And that is the number I think that appears in here. The Zenith Punch has, let's see, 9, I think. I think the enemy is using the Gust MG. But to be honest, Zenith Punch makes much more damage. 82. Let's do Zenith Punch. Okay, one thing I don't understand is what is the criteria for the mechanics to attack a specific part of the opponent. It does not explain anything here. It says melee attacks are mainly used to focus damage on one location. If you have the proficiency level, you can even attack before they do. Now try attacking the target with different weapon. But I just did the punch thing and it punched the legs. So how is that calculated? Of course, we can see that when we enter into the fight, we get a completely different different section. So it appears the combat section, which is different from the movement section or the maneuver section on the map. Combat is a separate area inside the mechanics, as we can see. Okay, now I think that we got the thing of the attack just because it was an opportunity hit. I think it could be named like that. So yeah, we have a little bit of experience. So if I click here, if I click the actual, this is different because if I click, I'm gonna try to move here. Okay, if I select the mecha, it says command attack and or use item. If I click the enemy mecha, I will definitely attack. So let's go ahead and do again the Zenith Punch. Now, the enemy attacked because they had the opportunity attack. I mean, they got the opportunity attack. And now we attack. And we missed, I think. Okay, that thing doesn't have any legs. I can use item and repair. I will repair the right arm. Oh, it can move. Why? Very, very interesting. Ah, and I can see how this guy can move, but it's interesting to note that he can move as well, without legs. Oh, we could attack. Defensive maneuvers can be a great option when facing opponents with superior firepower. The less damage you take, the longer you'll be in fight. Yeah, I believe we don't have weapons on the shoulders. There are repair items that I already use. I cannot use them. Okay. Look how this is level 2. Okay, the enemy cannot move. Let's see. Oh, I can attack. Oh, I have that. Yes, we have talent. I didn't do it on purpose. You see, I have a childhood friend who's now in the UCS army. This is OCU and UCS, something like that. Those are the two factions. We were both born and raised in Hoffman before all this hate between the OCU and the UCS. Those were good days. Felt like you were aiming a weapon at this friend, so you held back. Okay, I guess so. Really hope there isn't another war in this island. But war is the name of this game. Before I forget, I have orders from command for you. You are being promoted to captain, being appointed of your own the leader of your own recon squad. We got 170 kill bonuses. Unit repair costs 0. You cannot use the UCS side in here, but you can select in between both. We're going to go for the OCU. So this is the second Huffman conflict as seen through the eyes of Captain Royd Clive of the OCU Army. The other one is Lieutenant Kevin. We can change the name here. There you go. The year is 2100. We have to rendezvous at the waypoint 30 clicks offshore of Fort Monas, which is the UCS territory, transfer to camouflaged cargo ship and proceed to the landing point. Commence covert reconnaissance operation of the UCS manufacturing facilities in the Larkus district. In light of recent tension between the two nations, you are prohibited from engaging in any hostile actions towards UCS units you may encounter. Let's remember that we're captain right now. Okay. Rabbit 1, I've reached the recon point. It's quiet, too quiet. It's not good when it's too quiet. Yes, be careful. Don't worry, Royd, I'll be fine. Let's see if she's going to be fine. Ryuji, Lieutenant Meure is a capable soldier, Captain. I know you two are engaged, but you should not worry yourself. So, oh, we're engaged. Okay, no clear comms. Apologies, but I have to wonder why go to all this trouble violating the treaty to recon this rundown factory. This is part of someone's agenda and I don't like it. What's wrong with the factory? This isn't right. She's looking at something. It's nice to have these narrative elements in which she is like the girlfriend of the main character. Enemy Oncers. But how? They just appeared like that? We have to get Karen out of there. What I know about this is that it has this style of JRPG. So basically this is an SJRPG. To be more exact. We have to get Karen out of there. We're going in. Driscoll, the O'Driscolls. Let's see how well she's trained. That's the black guy here. Okay, interesting is that... Okay. All of those are level 1. By the way, in Shrike, I think Shrike, Ryo, and Zenith, that's the name of the mecha, isn't it? How come they jump like that? Oh my god. With one hit? Well, that mecha doesn't look very friendly. A new pilot's first reaction to incoming fire is to cover their eye camera, not the torso where the cockpit is. So that black guy just incapacitated the girlfriend of that guy. I don't think she will make it. She's done. You'll pay for this. Oh, that was a good hit. Okay, so if the body is hit, then the whole machine explodes. Okay, the right arm is about to be destroyed. I'm going to repair the right arm. I'm gonna use Zenith Punch. Wow. What do you say, Driscoll? This should be enough. Now to cleanse this place with righteous fire. Diplomatic efforts for a peaceful resolution. So they said that we destroy those. The second Halfman conflict began like that. A little guy down there. A year after the incident. You're up next to get into your Vanzer. Oh, I know you're in a winning streak, but losing a couple here and there is better for business, you know. So he's an arena fighter or something like that. Royd Clive. Royd Clive. Don't you see the sign on the door? Authorized personnel. Who are you? It's your turn on the arena floor. Hurry up and get down there. Okay, go on and I'll speak with you later. I'm just going to interrupt the freaking thing out of it. Tonight's main event. How on a 12-match winning streak, Royd Hellspawn Clive versus Jack Crimson Sutherland. The Red Devil. Okay, let's do... I'm gonna do the piece... No, I'm gonna do this one. It was in the legs, by the way. Oh, come on. We don't have legs at this point. Well, we're still alive. No, we lost. So he comes, man in shades, and says, you've lost your edge. Olsen, the Canyon Kraus, a mercenary group. That's right, just between you and me, though OCU is losing, the army refuses to admit that it could slug its way out of a wet paper bag, and so we need mercenaries. You've come to recruit me, you're fast. Yes, I want to work. I want you to work for me. I want you to lead the Kraus. I'm not going back to the army. But he's fighting in the arena. To avenge Karen. Oh, you were in Larcos at the time of the incident? And they deleted the records from the data banks? Prize fighter in dumps like this, so he's earning the paying on the slums in the arena. Come with me and you'll get the chance to find the man who killed Karen. Where do I sign? Welcome to the Kraus. I'm not going to the army. Oh, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to find the man who killed your girlfriend. Okay, where do I sign? There's a transport plane waiting for you at the airport that will take you to your first assignment. So visit my office in the military ward once you're ready and take 1,000 Halfman dollars so you can cover your Vanzer upgrades you might need. Go ahead. So yeah, you have this screens like this. At least they are not static. And they tell you about where are you, right? And it serves as a way of getting you into the environment of the actual area. So this is Barrington. So you can use here the shop, the military ward, where this guy said that he was waiting. You can go to the bar, to the arena, go to see the pilot status, save and load, and you can go to settings and go to the menu. If you go to the pilot status, you can see the experience here. You can see how much do you have in melee, short, long, and dodge. What's the name of the vehicle? What are the parts? And the items and the paint. Pretty interesting. Let's go to the shop. Pretty interesting that you have this things hanging at the back. This is the Vanzer dealer. We can talk to the Vanzer dealer, sell the gear, buy, and set up. Okay, vehicle. This is our vehicle. Shrike. I believe that if we have more on the squad, we can choose them here. Parts, paint, name. We can name the vehicle. We can paint the vehicle. I will go for blue. We have a lot of options here. Oh, this one looks good. Weapons. So here, for example, we have left hand currently equipped the Raptor. He doesn't have anything in the right hand. The left shoulder, he doesn't have anything. And then we have the piece 3. Now, I would like to have in the right hand something else. We could have a siege and also a sieger. Sieger. It's a Sieger rifle. Let's use this one. In the left shoulder, we cannot place anything. We're good. Now we exit and go to the military ward. Olson, are you all set to go? Yes, we are going. Oh, we have here Ryuji. He was in the incident. What are you doing here? Decided to stay in Huffman after my discharge. I couldn't go back to Japan after what happened, and Olson found me and recruited me. I had no reason to say no, especially if you don't have a work. I'm sorry to interrupt, Captain Clive. I'm glad you decided to join us, Natalie Blakewood. There she is. Okay, see, she's the second in command. The Canyon Crows. The Crows aren't present. They'll get their chance. Natalie and the previous guy is now on the group. Keith. We have contacts here. Screw that. We're surrounded. What are we gonna do now? JJ, this is all your fault. I told you we shouldn't have gone out this far. What? You're the one who said you wanted to find some easy kills for extra cash. We'll split 50-50. 50% of 0 is 0, man. Cut me some slack. My folks need the money. For your funeral? So we reached the place with parachutes or reinforcements. We didn't have to worry. Keith, is this your idea of covered reconnaissance, walking up to the enemy to shake their hands? What can I say? They looked a bit lonely, so we thought we'd play with them. Is that supposed to be funny? Cut it out. Now's not the time for this, Captain. We'll wait your orders. There's only 5 of them. This is the UCS. What are you waiting for? So I assume that if you choose them, you're going to have... do we have more here? We have one guy here. If we choose the opposite guys, we will be in this same situation, but against the other guys. Against us. Oh, I don't think this is a good idea. Yeah, it was not bad. One hit almost takes the legs. Oh, he doesn't have any weapon right now. Good hit. Goodbye. And that's a good hit. We need to hurry because these guys are going to smash us at the back. It's good to guard. Almost done. No way to attack. Let's see what we can do. I think the problem is the other one. At least it's not the arm with the weapon. Come on. This is going to be difficult. There we go. Oh, that was good. Yes. Wow, that's a good hit. Well, every time that we hit those is doing a lot of damage. Destroyed. Destroyed. Come on. Wow. you guys still alive? Now, I've read that if you attack in the lower level, that is a disadvantage. Goodbye. Oh, that's Royd. I thought Royd was the other one. He's escaping, basically. But he can still repair. Good hit. I'm going to go to the upper ground. Attack this one. I'll do a 0 punch. Oh, wait. I thought it was in the center. Okay, I can use an item. Oh, unable to repair. Goodbye. What, how? The OZU was never this good, now it's good. Let me formally introduce to Keith Carapel and Joyannes Jerieska, hence JJ. Make sure you never stand behind me and we'll get along fine. Captain, the Colonel has asked us to report the military ward in New Milgan. The facilities there will also let us repair and resupply. Let's go here. This is the other town, New Milgan, the same background here. You can go to the shop, and in here I can choose all of the vehicles, as you can see. But one thing to note here is that you cannot rotate them. You can change the body. Wow, this one looks good. We've received word that one of our light transport planes went down in the mountain 60 clicks Northeast of here, your mission is to recover the plane's cargo before the statesmans do. Set up a sap and move out. That's the crash site. Here's the mission intel. I think this is the enemy, right? Yeah, that's the target. This is the end of the playtest version, so we cannot do and we cannot move further, which I think it's very, very nice for the demo, to be honest. We tasted this thing. I think there's everything is clear right now. So this is where the test version of the game ends. Thank you for playing, Captain. If you continue your journey in the full version, your save game will will be working on it. So this was the demo version of Front Mission, the first one, and I really like it. It's interesting. I never heard about it, and just because, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just because Krieg's front tactics led me to this discovery here. So for those that know the franchise, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this? Why do you like it? And perhaps explain me why this is so, why this SRPG is so important, apart from the fact that it inspired XCOM and stuff like that. I would be very happy to know more about this. And for those that are aficionados and fans, feel free to comment and tell me more about Front Mission and its history. This was Victus. See you in the next one.